Hello, friends. How are you all? It's very nice to be back again with you all. Today, I would like to discuss experience of a very different kind with all of you all. I am a very constant visitor to the city of Jodhpur for three reasons. First reason, I have lots of friends there. Second reason, I am guiding, I'm also the consultant and I'm also guiding lots of entrepreneurs at Jodhpur who are engaged in masala and spice grinding and into food processing industry and also beverage processing industry. And third, for the love of food of Jodhpur. Now, Jodhpur has a vast array of dishes, far vast array of foods, far vast array of snacks. And one such peculiar snack that you find in Jodhpur and is also very inspiring is that one particular snack is made in two opposite tastes. And you will wonder and you're going to ask which is that particular snack which is made in two opposite tastes. Well, that particular snack is kachori. Kachori is made in Jodhpur in using onion. It is onion kachori, which is very spicy. And on the other hand, there is another kachori, the mawa kachori. Now, mawa kachori is sweet and it's a very fantastic dish. I came to know about the story of that dish, which resembles another dish which was being made in Punjab before partition and again after partition also, where tandoori chicken was leftover tandoori chicken was converted into butter chicken in the evening. So that was one where the leftover was converted into another dish. The halwai there in Jodhpur, very famous one, and it is their ancestral family dish. What they used to do was that the mawa or the barfi or gulab jamun or whatever sweet was made via wastage, so they used to take that, put it inside the kachori and make this kachori and give it. They used to sell that. So that was another way of converting wastage into another dish and a profit again. Mawa kachori is served with a sugar syrup which is dropped into the kachori and then it is eaten, and onion, of course. So you can watch this clip and you're going to see both the kachoris there with some more snacks also. The one with a hole in the center is mawa kachori, while the kachori that I have cut into two, you'll clearly see that it has been cut into two, is the pyaz kachori. So do have a look at the clip and enjoy a quick tour of Jodhpur with me, and have a look at both these kachoris. Then I'll tell you what I did with them. somewhere behind my mind this particular dish stuck. So what? And I kept on wondering how I can use this particular dish. So what I did, just during these days, it was Ganpati Chaturathi, right? Shri Ganesh Chaturathi. Jai Shri Ganesh Ji. This Ganesh Ji is made of aluminium foil, and this Ganesh Ji is made of sandstone in Bhubaneswar, and came all the way from Bhubaneswar long back. And he sits in our house in the lawn with his back towards the east, and he is facing our house and blessing each one of us in the house. And the lawn is being returfed after 30 years. And may Ganesh bless all. Okay, now let me try and use this dish somewhere. I wanted to use this idea somewhere during this festival. So what I did, I made a dish using Mawa Kachori idea. I made, because North India, Punjab is very famous for puris. So I made a puri. And that puri is KHASTA Puri. You'll say, what is a KHASTA Puri? Well, it's my own recipe. And I'm going to show you how I've done it. So, now KHASTA Puri, again, how did I get this idea? I was at a fruit stall today morning when I saw the bananas. So to bring in the sweetness in the puri, I used banana. So I got that idea from that fruit stall. And ultimately, when then I had to make this puri khasta. I wanted it to be different. And again, like Mawa Kachori, which is served with syrup, sugar syrup or honey, or traditionally it is done with sugar syrup. So KHASTA Puri, I served KHASTA Puri with kheer, with honey, with rabdi, and so on. How you serve it with, how you pair it is your choice. Is your creativity also, it is your choice, so I leave that fancy to you. And this is what I did with it. Come, have a look and see, and I'm sure you're going to love it. So for this recipe, friends, we take 2 large bananas to start with, 3/4 cup of rice flour, 1 cup of wheat flour, and 3/4 cup of semolina. Semolina and rice flour depends upon the age of the person to whom it is going to be served to. That I will come to it later on also. Along with this, we add sesame seed 1 tablespoon, jaggery 1 tablespoon, salt 1/4 tablespoon, and aniseed or fennel 1 tablespoon. Now, why sesame seed is added? Because since we are going to serve this in the morning, and sesame seeds are antidepressant, mood elevators, so the day goes very well if you are having sesame seed. Jaggery is to enhance and bring out the sweetness of the banana. Salt, of course, to balance the sweetness and to balance all these flavors. Aniseed and fennel again in the morning, and generally one tends to overeat fried and sweet items. So aniseed and fennel will not allow laziness to step in, and further it will enhance the process of digestion and will not allow acidity or gas or any discomfort to step in. Okay, and again we take all these, go strictly by this ratio. And why, if you remember, I said the flour, the sesame flour and the rice flour, that depends upon the age of the person who's eating. The crispier you want, the more these two, and the lesser crispier, so you can decrease the amount to 1/4 also. So anything between 1 to 1/4 to 3/4 per cup you can take this. Okay, now we all knead this into a fine dough. Here is the dough which I had already made, and this dough was made for about 15 minutes back. The dough was kneaded with warm water. Remember, warm water. Never knead dough with a cold water, and always leave it to rest so that the dough rises. There is no other ingredient I have used in it. These are all the ingredients. That is, and I also added a little bit of ghee. I was using ghee, so you can use any oil or whatsoever. Now here is our test pilot. Now we make the balls and roll them out. Coming to the medium, you can take ghee, you can take oil as per as your wish, you can take whatever medium, maybe white butter, anything, but I am using ghee because ghee is more healthier. We will be coming to that at some later point. I will make a complete video as to why ghee or mustard oil over and coconut oil over any other oils. So we'll come to that at a later step. So now I have done this, and let's start on with the test pilot. Now see, the ghee is ready and we are going to start with it. In goes the test pilot. The ghee is hot, frying, okay, but still not that hot as I really wanted. This is going to soak a little bit of oil. There we are. It's coming to the temperature, and there it's fluffed out like a balloon, isn't it? Because the oil was not all that hot, so that is why it has not fluffed out, it has not swollen out to exactly what we wanted. But nevertheless, it's still too good, and it hasn't soaked in oil, that is for sure. So there we are, and finally drain the oil, and there we are. Fantastic, isn't it? Now we lower the flame because the temperature is right, and we start on with the frying of the actual puris now. There you are, beautiful. That is the color that we want. Crisp it is, non-oily. There goes the first puri, and there you are. Some friends have asked me a question in my message as to why these puris do not fluff out like balloons. So here today I'll explain how to fluff them out. Look, once the puris are frying, either of the two techniques you can use. You can press them down into the oil, number one, or you can pour oil over the puris, hot oil over the puris, and they will fluff out. So there it is, perfect like a balloon. And like one friend from abroad, he said, "Sir, where is the pump and how do you push air into them?" Well, the theory is very different. There we are, beautiful, isn't it? Now why and how this air comes is something that we all should be aware of. Here, the second one. What happens is, when you are frying the puris or let's say bhaturas or anything in oil, and the oil reacts, you have gluten inside it, you have salt inside it, you have other things, and the flour will release air. Now that air is the one that fluffs the puris or these bhaturas. So when you give them a rest, this is exactly what you're doing. You're allowing the flour to actually gestate for some time, so that when the flour meets or the puris meet the oil or the bhaturas meet the oil or the medium, they fluff out, and more air is released and they fluff out. That exactly is the idea. Now there we go, beautiful, isn't it? So this is what I wanted to show you today. It's real crispy even now, though this has been cooked about 5 minutes back, or even a little more than 5 minutes back. So my suggestion is, do try this recipe today or tomorrow or whenever you can. How was the idea? So the basic idea here was just to show just to explain that a dish that I had seen somewhere else during some period, and I carried forward that idea to make an entirely new dish, and that was KHASTA Puri. So friends, I know you're going to definitely try this recipe. Do try this recipe and let me know in my comments how exactly you like this, and I'm waiting to hear from you. And till the time we meet with another recipe, it's bye from Chef Raj. Have a nice time. Bye.